Welcome to Skagway. This place is stunning to wake up to. So we've got a Carnival cruise line, we've got us, and a Norwegian trip. And today is all about accessibility and accessibility challenges. We had to tender from a ship mainly because there was a rock slide, that's the word I was looking for. So, which means Scott can't bring his scooter that we've rented, and so he's having to walk. And one of the interesting challenges we've had is nobody could give clear guidance on how far walks are and stuff. Thankfully, once we docked from the tender, we could actually get assistance. So there's a big massive ramp with a huge incline, and staff were amazing at bringing him up. And they brought him to as close to the tour bus as possible. And well, now we're walking. So, and we're headed on to the motor coach with the rest of our family.
I've been looking forward to this.
Somebody who knows how to count.
I was scared.
If you're able to step upstairs, then you're certainly able to get onto the motor coach. And also the train, which we'll talk about later. Skagway has a population of 1,240 people, and the population will double with the summer tourist season, bringing about 1 million or more of visitors per year. Skagway, again, is full of the typical tourist stuff that you would find on a cruise ship tour. However, I also recognize the importance of tourism to these areas of Alaska. In many respects, it's the bread and butter, kind of a double-edged sword, given the challenges that sometimes tourism can bring. The drive from Skagway to Fraser, British Columbia, yes, you go over the border, took about an hour in the bus, and the views are stunning. For this tour, you will need a passport, as you do cross the US-Canadian border twice, once going into Canada and once coming back into the United States to continue your cruise. Fraser is a location on the Klondike Highway in northwestern British Columbia, and the Klondike Highway is actually administered by the Yukon government.
And this is at the top of a mountain. So hello from British Columbia, and interestingly, we've got a sign up here that says Alaska, Yukon, and entering a different time zone. But this is incredible. So here's the sign. Like, just look at this view, just absolutely stunning. So what do y'all think?
Love it. So beautiful.
Yeah, stunning.
Part of BC I've never seen.
Well, and like I said, it makes me sort of appreciate more where I live, but in the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot of this reminds me. Like we're looking at right here.
Anybody on the set of like Star Wars or something? Feel like we're on the. So impressions so far?
Oh, it's incredibly beautiful. Either
I mean, it's a little bit like going up through one of the canyons in British Columbia, like in the lower part of British Columbia, because I guess we're right on the borderlands here. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's a gorgeous place. I don't know if Ian catches that. You can catch that in the video, but you can see a big, wide open frozen lake. It's just starting to thaw now.
Yeah, incredible views. And from an accessibility standpoint, this walk actually isn't too bad. Why the cruise line could have told us that, hey, you go up the bus directly, get on the train, and go.
I think the only thing that would have made the accessibility thing a little better would have been if they had a car kind of midway or something that, would have been accessible, or set for people to get on who can't walk that far. But
Like in terms of here.
yeah, but
Yeah.
apart from that, it's been not too bad.
Yeah.
Like for someone like myself, where I can walk, just not long distances, not too bad,
Good.
But if it was somebody who was more significantly mobility impaired, it might be a little bit more of a challenge. But generally, then, it's not too bad.
If the White Pass and Yukon Route Railway were able to invest in a lift that could get people onto the actual trains, that would make a huge difference for enjoyment of this spectacular journey. The only people that actually live in Fraser, BC are the Canadian Border Services Agency employees, a Yukon Territorial Government highway maintenance camp, and a privately owned microhydro project that provides power in the area. The White Pass and Yukon route is a product of the gold rush of 1896. Construction began on May 28th, 1898. By 1899, they had 13 locomotives and 8 passenger coaches and 250 freight cars.
Definitely one of the more unique train experiences in Canada and the United States. Making sure I don't lose my glasses, but look at that view. Just awesome.
Up to 2,000 people at a time were involved in construction, and it rises up to 3,000 feet at the summit in just 20 miles. Construction was completed July 29th, 1900. The railway suspended operations in 1982, however, was resurrected again in 1988 as a tourist attraction.
Way up there, you'll see some pretty jagged and rocky peaks covered in snow. Those are known as the Sawtooth Peaks.
We also enjoyed a barbecue lunch at the Alaska 360 Dredgetown, where we learned about gold panning, and both of us earned about US $7.20 in gold flake. The walk wasn't too bad, but be prepared to stand when actually gold panning.
Skagway is absolutely stunning. So if you can get a chance to get here, highly recommend it. It may seem off the beaten path, and it certainly is, but look at the stunning view. Definitely not a miss, and highly recommend the White Pass and Yukon train for sure. That was absolutely stunning. Going above the tree line, and northern British Columbia, which is now officially the farthest north I've been to in Canada. Previously it was Churchill, Manitoba, and broke their record since 1986. There we go.